Hi there, thank you for clicking on my video. Today I'm going to be reviewing Tresor La Nuit EDT, the Eau de Toilette version. Now this is a refreshed version of the Gourmand EDP, and this fragrance came out in 2017, and it's made by Christophe Renaud, and he has made Dolce & Gabbana, like a few of those. Jean-Paul Gaultier Scandale, which is a new popular one. What else did she make? Aura by Mugler and 1 Million by Paco Rabanne. And he's also made all the Tresor La Nuit flankers. So I will tell you right now, Tresor La Nuit is not necessarily the same as the original Tresor. So let's get into this fragrance, the review, and the wear test. So this fragrance, as you can see, the bottle is so beautiful. Now, I don't have the EDP to compare it to, but I think I might actually purchase this because this is not the one I wanted. I actually ended up getting the wrong one. So I will explain as to why. So this fragrance, this is the 50 ml bottle that I have. And the price of this ranges 50 ml is around $91 and 100 ml is $125. Links will be provided below. And this fragrance is like I said, it's more of a refreshed version of the Gourmand. And I definitely prefer heavy, sweet Gourmand over fresh typically. So the top notes are raspberry, blackberry, blackcurrant, lychee, bergamot, and citrus. Middle notes are rose, lily of the valley, and more rose. Yeah, I think it's a Turkish rose that's in it. Base notes are white musk, patchouli, and vanilla. So the notes are not too crazy. A lot of fruity notes from the opening, that's for sure, just by reading about that. Now the difference between this and the EDP is that there is no pear, no tangerine, and no passion fruit, and what else? No papyrus, no incense, no praline, no caramel, no licorice, and no coumarin. And coumarin is like a benzoin that smells a lot like a vanilla. Benzoins are really, it's just a chemical component that makes things smell a little bit like sweeter and holds it for longer. So I did spray it here, and I will spray it on the piece of paper. Now, in terms of like what it has similar to the original Tresor is just the rose, really. That's all it is. It smells absolutely nothing like the original. And if you wanted to see the review of the original fragrance, I do have it on my channel, and I will link that down below as well. So the sprayer on this is decent. Okay, so I do like it for sure. I think it's very, very fruity. But when I smelled the original EDP, that was what really kind of set my heart on fire. And this one is fruity. It's quite nice. For sure, I smell blackberry and lychee more than anything else. It kind of also smells a little bit like lychee soju. That's a Korean like wine drink, and it's really great. Really good. I love it. I don't smell too much lily of the valley, thank God, because I'm not a fan of lily of the valley. But if you are, you might like it. But it's not that white floral. It's definitely kind of a typical fruity floral, to be honest with you. The one fragrance that it definitely reminds me a lot is Kenzo World. If you don't know that fragrance, it's the one that looks like an eyeball. Really, really unique packaging. But the fragrance is... this one's a little bit better because that one, once the lychee wears off, it's pretty standard white floral fragrance. But this is, yeah, kind of a fruity floral for sure. I do smell a tiny bit of the patchouli and the white musk for sure. So that's what the base note is. Now I'm going to spray it here. It's such a cute little package. So the EDP has a black rose, and the EDT has a purple rose. And I believe the bottle for the EDP is also a little more smoky, more like gothic looking. This is more like pretty. So on my skin, it smells a little more of the raspberry for sure. So you do get those red berries, and a little bit of the bergamot. It kind of smells a little bit to me like a lychee juice Starbucks refresher drink. That's pretty much what it smells like. Now, I would say that even though this is Tresor La Nuit, and it suggests that it's a nighttime fragrance, I think the EDP is definitely more of a nighttime. And the EDT, this is a daytime fragrance. And I think you can even wear this in the summer. It performs really well in the heat. And it performs good in the cold as well. And to be honest with you, there is a projection here. And for an EDT, it actually lasts a pretty long time. I'll be honest with you. So I'm going to smell it here. I sprayed it here about 3 hours ago. For the most part, it's actually a lot still there. I definitely smell raspberry for sure. Like I smell that kind of like earthy, thorny juiciness about a raspberry for sure. And a little bit of rose as well, because rose is kind of sweet. And definitely the patchouli. The patchouli is kind of like what sort of brings it all together and just kind of supports all the other notes as well. So I would say it's, for the most part, pretty linear from the first initial spray. Doesn't really change too much. I think actually for fragrance, I think it does really, really well. Now I love, like, I used to really like Lancome fragrances when I was younger, but nowadays I'm not really sure. Like I smelled the new Idol and the bottle's like really cool, but I don't necessarily like that. It's very generic, fruity, floral, which is kind of the direction it's taking. And I understand that's the most mass appealing, but having an interest in perfume for so long, I've kind of cultivated my own taste and seeking out things that smell a little bit different and then kind of like, you know, stir up the pot. So this fragrance, it's really nice how it goes on its side here, really aesthetically pleasing. I just love looking at it, holding it. It's really nice. So for the staying power for an EDT, it's actually not bad. I'm impressed. I've worn this before and it lasts about 6 hours on me. It's definitely not as high performing as other ones that I own, but it's definitely up there. And for berry fragrances, berries tend to linger around the skin a lot more. So I would say give it a try. You can definitely blind buy this. It's pretty safe. It's fruit. If you're not into sweet, I would not get it because it is rather sweet for sure. This is something I feel like is also similar to people who really like Juicy Couture would like this one. Or Flower Bomb. It kind of has some similarities to Flower Bomb too, a tiny bit. Even a little bit of like another one by Victor and Rolf, Bon Bon as well. So, it's not bad. But I definitely prefer the original Eau de Parfum. That's just my personal preference. So this concludes my review of Tresor La Nuit Eau de Toilette. Yes, let's take a look at this bottle. So pretty. So I just want to thank you very much for clicking on my video. And do subscribe to my channel because I got way more perfume videos and ideas coming up. As well as follow me on Instagram. It's tonkacatsniffs. And yeah, thank you for watching and stay safe wherever you are. Bye-bye.